Okay, picture this. You're in Kerala, and more than 14% of the people around you are over 60.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the highest in India. We really need to unpack what these numbers mean today. This isn't just, dry statistics.
About it all.
It's showing a huge demographic shift happening right now, especially in the southern states. And for you listening, whether you're just keeping informed or seriously studying for the UPSC exams, getting a grip on these changes is, well, it's vital.
Absolutely vital. This deep dive, we're going to break down this transformation. We're using the latest sample registration system data, the SRS 2021 report, and insights highlighted by the South first.
Right.
And what we're seeing is quite a story in the numbers. An older population growing fast, fewer young people, and this middle group, the working age population. Well, it looks okay now in some places, but it's complicated when you look ahead.
Exactly. So our mission today isn't just to list facts. We want to really get to the heart of this. What does it actually mean for states like Kerala, with that 14.4% over 60, or Tamil Nadu close behind at 12.9%, both way above the national average of 9%? What are the ripple effects now and later?
And it's a regional pattern, isn't it? Kerala and Tamil Nadu are leading, sure, but look at Andhra Pradesh at 10%, Karnataka 9.2%, even Telangana at 8.8%. It shows a broader aging trend across the South, even if the pace varies a bit.
Okay.
Now, it's not only the South. You've got Himachal Pradesh, Odisha, Punjab, also with high numbers of elderly.
Right.
But the contrast is stark when you compare them to states like Bihar, UP, Assam, Jharkhand, West Bengal. They have much younger populations. It really shows different demographic paths unfolding.
So what's driving that difference? Why is the South aging faster, seemingly?
That's the big question. Seems like a mix of things. A major one is falling fertility rates. People are having fewer children, and at the same time, people are living longer. Life expectancy is up thanks to better medicine, better healthcare access, all that. These are trends we often see in more developed economies, and seeing them strongly in the South tells us something about India's overall journey. It reflects real shifts in life in choices people make.
So flipping to the other end of the age scale then, these same southern states are seeing their youth population shrink quite a bit too, according to the SRS 2021 data.
Yes, definitely. The drop in the 0 to 14 age group is really noticeable. Tamil Nadu actually has the lowest share in the country, just 19.2%.
Wow.
Andhra Pradesh is at 19.7%, Kerala 20.3%. Telangana and Karnataka are a bit higher, 20.7% and 22.4%, but still below the national average of nearly 25%.
Right.
And it gets even clearer if you look just the very young. The 0 to 4s, Tamil Nadu and Punjab are lowest there, just 6%. Compare that to Bihar or Jharkhand.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
So fewer kids now. Logically, that means fewer people entering the workforce later on. That sounds like it could be a problem for the economy down the road.
That's a really crucial point. Fewer young people means, eventually, a smaller pool of working-age adults. And it changes the dependency ratio. The balance between workers and non-workers, both young and old. We've seen this kind of challenge in places like Japan and Italy. So understanding how it's playing out in India is, well, it's essential for anyone thinking about the future, especially policymakers.
But interestingly, the current data shows a pretty strong working age population in the South right now, doesn't it? Like Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, over 70% in that 15 to 59 bracket. Karnataka and Tamil Nadu are strong too. Seems good.
It does on the surface, and that's what experts call the tail end of the demographic dividend. For a while, having a large chunk of your population working can really boost the economy.
Right, the dividend.
And this is the key thing, it's temporary. With fertility staying low and that big working group getting older, the advantage fades. You end up with more older dependents, maybe fewer workers. So, yeah, it looks good now, but we need to look long term.
This paints a really complex picture. We actually have some expert views on this, right? And Dr. Kiran Madhala from Telangana.
Yes, Dr. Madhala offers a useful perspective. He sees this not as some sudden crisis, but more like a predictable phase in a global demographic shift.
Okay.
And he really emphasizes it's not just one thing causing fertility rates to drop. It's complex. He points to things like people getting married later, more urbanization, modern life stress, even pollution and changes in diet. All these things potentially play a role.
And there's data on infertility that seems to back that up.
Exactly. The WHO estimates India's infertility rate around 12%. And Dr. Madhala highlights something quite concerning. A noticeable drop in couples' reproductive capacity over just a couple of generations.
Wow.
Which makes what the Telangana government is doing, investing in public sector infertility treatment, quite significant. It's like acknowledging this is a public health issue now.
And Dr. Minhalla also talks about the other side of it, the population getting older.
Yes, he stresses that people are living longer lives. Big advances in healthcare, better diagnostics, more focus on preventing illness. It all adds up. It's happening worldwide, and India is definitely part of it. Oh. So fewer babies being born, but more people living much longer. That creates a whole different set of needs and challenges for society.
And those challenges must be huge: economic, social, and definitely healthcare, right?
Absolutely. Poonam Maitreya from the Population Foundation of India really drives this point home. She says governments have to prepare now, learn from Kerala, learn from countries like Japan that are further down this road. And while we worry about a shrinking workforce in the future, she also reminds us India still has a lot of young people now. The key is giving them meaningful work as they grow up.
And from the healthcare angle, Dr. Minhalla says the focus needs to shift.
Yes, his argument is quite compelling. He says historically public health is all about moms and kids. But now, with the elderly population booming, geriatric care is becoming the major challenge, maybe even more critical than pediatric care in the long run.
That's a big statement.
It is. And the fact that the National Medical Commission just introduced an MD in geriatric medicine and places like Gandhi Medical College are offering seats, it shows the urgency is being recognized. Dr. Malla points out, India already has about 27 million people over 70. And that number, it's just going to climb.
27 million. That projected increase sounds like it could lead to a real elder care crisis, couldn't it? More demand for everything.
Precisely. More demand for healthcare, for care homes, for pensions. And we need specific policies for elderly women who tend to live longer but might face more financial hardship or lack support.
That's a really important point.
Dr. Minhalla also raises concerns about our actual care system. Compared to developed countries, India lacks a proper structured nursing care system. What we have instead is often, unregulated old age homes that might not be up to scratch.
And there's the social aspect, too. Kids moving away for work, potentially leaving older parents more isolated, maybe even vulnerable.
That's a huge worry. Elder neglect, financial fraud, these things could increase. Maitreya strongly argues for big investments now. Build up elder care infrastructure, fix Social Security, make healthcare accessible and affordable for older people.
Makes sense.
She makes another crucial point. Most of our lifetime healthcare spending happens when we're old. So building strong health systems now is vital. And tackling things like diabetes, heart disease, non-communicable diseases, that helps people age healthier and reduces the burden later.
Okay, so let's try and pull this together for you, our listener. This deep dive, looking at the SRS 2021 data via the South First and expert views, clearly shows a major demographic shift in South India. We've got an aging population, fewer young people, and this sort of temporary advantage with the current working age group.
Right, a window.
But it brings huge challenges and opportunities, too, for healthcare, social safety nets, the economy. Understanding this is absolutely essential if you want to grasp India's future. And definitely if you're preparing for the UPSC exams, tracking these national trends is key.
And it leaves us with a really big question for you to think about. Given these demographic facts, more older people, fewer younger people, the working age balance shifting, what should India's policymakers prioritize? Right now, over the next 10 years, what are the absolute top things to focus on to make sure all generations have a secure, prosperous future?
It's not just about reacting, is it?
No, it requires some real long-term thinking, innovative solutions.
Definitely food for thought. If you found this deep dive helpful, especially for your UPSC prep or just staying informed, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more discussions like this, and drop a comment. What are your thoughts or questions on this? We'd love to hear them. And remember, our insights today came from the analysis by the South First.